Hi, Algebra 2. I want to go ahead and take a look at a couple things from today's work, section 2.3, when we were looking at slope-intercept form. So if you take a look at question number 1 on the warm-up, where we did the five question quizzes. So we were given a slope of 1/2 and a y-intercept of -3 and asked to write an equation. Okay? And one of the things that we had talked about is many of you recall from Algebra 1 that we have this form of a linear equation, slope-intercept form. It's one of 3 that we're going to study. So slope-intercept form of a linear equation looks like y equals mx plus b. So y equals some number times x plus another number. And the thing we know about this is the m value, the multiplier on x, that's our slope. And then the b value is our y-intercept. So if we know these two things, or if we can determine these two things, we can write our equation. So we were given that the slope is 1/2 and the intercept is -3. So if we plug that in, we get y equals 1/2 x plus a -3. Well, this is subtracting. So we get 1/2 x minus 3. And that was this option here, option C. So how did we go and apply that today? Well, one of the things that we did is we went on over to Desmos and we played the land the plane activity, where we were writing equations to represent a line that was the flight path of an airplane coming into land on a runway. And we're trying to put it right down the center of the runway, which was represented with a dotted line. Okay. And so in order to do this, we're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form. So we practiced that a little bit, and we kind of scaffolded our way up. So in one case, you were given the actual equation. In one case, you were given an equation that was, and when you were given the equation, all you needed to do was move the plane to the y-intercept. In one case, you were given an equation that you needed to change a number to match the pathway to the runway. And then you were given a blank form and asked to write an equation on your own. And we talked a little bit, well, how do we do that? We guess and check a little bit. Is the slope positive? Is it negative? Where's my intercept at? And kind of go from there. So after we practiced that a little bit, everybody had a chance to come up with their own runway. And then once you came up with the runway, then other students in the class had the opportunity to write an equation that would match it. So here's one we can take a look at. So if I take a look here, the jet is right at the point 0, -5, and there's a black dot underneath that. So I know that my intercept is -5. And if I try to look at the slope, I can see that I move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So this slope value is 1. So y equals 1x minus 5. Okay, so let's give that a shot. Y equals x minus 5. And we submit that, and hey, the plane lands. We were given the opportunity to go and create our own. So let's take a look at what that might look like. So this is where everything started. And we have these 2 movable points. So I could go ahead and I could move this black point wherever I want it. I could move this black point wherever I want it. And that will be the pathway for the airplane. Now I need to go in and write the equation. I'm taking a look at this and I see this dotted line goes right in between the 3 and the 4 here. So if I wanted to make this super challenging, I would leave it like that with a fractional y-intercept, but I don't feel that mean. So I'm going to do this. All right. So this is my runway, and I'm trying to write the equation of this dotted line. So let's see, I'm going to go up 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my slope number is 2/7. My intercept is positive 3. So my equation is be y equals 2/7 x plus 3. Well, now I need to test that and to make sure that that's actually the equation. So let's type that in and submit. Ooh, not quite. Very interesting to me. We may have to go back one. All right, so for ease of use, I'm going to put my intercept on -3. And now my slope number, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 to the right. So 7/3 is my slope. So y equals 7/3 x minus 3. Let's try that one out. And now we're able to end the airplane. So this is how we applied kind of what we picked up today with slope-intercept form. So we know if we have a slope and we have an intercept, we can write an equation. We can also determine a slope and an intercept if we're given a graph. So in this case, we know that this is the line that we're working with, and we identified our y-intercept, we identified our slope, and then we wrote the equation from there. Like, what if we went the other way? If I knew a slope I had in mind, could I create a runway that would have that slope? Oh, absolutely. Could I put the intercept exactly where I want it? For sure. For sure. So then we could go ahead and it's kind of like graphing the line from an equation that we already know. So that was what we did today with slope-intercept form. And the next time we get together, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple other forms of linear equation, and we're going to translate in between them.